First of all, I do apologize if you hear any boom boom sounds. Those are going to be messages, text messages, notifications. You name it. If you're using a phone like I am to record, you're going to get that. I also apologize if you hear a big boom. That'll be my bank declining something, but I don't think we have to worry about that. I also apologize if I sound a little coughy a little bit. It's allergies, tickle in the throat, things like that. But with that said, let's get on with the topic of this audio video, and I think you might find it, well, repetitive, but interesting. So, to my surprise, a couple weeks ago, about a month ago, I said that it finally happened, kind of, because I had discovered out of a recommendation, and just looking, if you will, from a YouTube channel called It's Your Universe, or Your Universe. Basically, it's basically the way it's spelled. It's your verse. That's what it's called. It's your verse. I just live in it. Somebody put together something that was done but stable diffusion AI, and it was to the Sledgehammer song, and it was very, I guess you could say, almost spot on to Sledgehammer. But I'm thinking, okay, what is this, right? What is this? And I will admit some of the lip syncing and all that did not match up. Well, I decided to look a little further and add the AI and Stable Diffusion sometimes, to my word search, for the Sledgehammer remakes, and maybe find exactly where this came from, or see maybe if somebody's actually going to go through with doing it. And much to my surprise, I find out that an organization, along with Peter Gabriel himself, who was contributing, as well as other artists and I guess influencers and all that, basically they came up with this contest to where people could choose a song and do their own, through Stable Diffusion AI, do their own music video interpretation of said song. And some of Gabriel's songs were chosen, not just Sledgehammer, but some other ones, some newer ones. But what was interesting is on YouTube, you could find some of the videos that participated in said contest, if you will. And I found the actual Stable Diffusion AI entry for this video, for the contest. And basically all the wording, the lyrics, the mouth movement and all that, everything matched up fine. And what was interesting is they did, as I said before in the other video, they did a decent job interpreting some of the scenes. They did. When they got to the fruit face scene, they didn't do fruit, but they did their own interpretation of it, which was really good. They got to the claymation part, they did really good. But it was really interesting. It was tremendous. And seeing it fully as is, honestly, I was very impressed. I will say that. I was very, very impressed. Because, not every day are you going to see something like that, occur. Not every day. Like I said, you don't see something like that every day. And the people that did it, the original version back in 2023, actually, May of 2023, was AicreatorVP. AicreatorVP, who actually uploaded this last year in 2024, a year ago this month, but was made in 2023. This is what they said in the description. This is from AicreatorVP. They said, quote, this is what they said in the description of the YouTube video on this. This is what they said, and I quote, "Step back in time and discover the making of a groundbreaking..." Okay, let me reread that. Hold on. Okay, so here's what AicreatorVP's YouTube channel description of their remake of Sledgehammer said, and I quote, "Step back in time and discover the making of a groundbreaking remake in May 2023. Join us as we delve into the behind the scenes of the remake of Peter Gabriel's iconic Sledgehammer music video. spearheaded by OpenAI in collaboration with Peter Gabriel himself. This project pushed the boundaries of creativity and innovation. Witness the magic unfold as I utilize Stable Diffusion video overlay technology to bring a fresh perspective to this timeless classic. Dive into the journey of creating this masterpiece, which ultimately soared into the top 20 rankings. Don't miss out on this exclusive glimpse into the making of music history. So basically what they're saying here, and hold on. Like I was saying, basically they released the video originally in May of 2023 and then released it onto YouTube about a year later or something like that. So, pretty cool. Pretty cool. I mean, again, you don't normally see something like that or expect to see something like that. And for years, someone like me, I would come on here and say it's time for a female artist, established or up and coming, to do their own take on Sledgehammer. And I still stick by that, but to see somebody, and it looks like it's a she, I say that with all due respect, looks like it's a she, who's behind the AicreatorVP channel, to see basically them put this effort into doing their own take, especially in collaboration with Peter Gabriel himself, basically because I think it was part of that contest that was done around the same time. To see them, put a lot of effort into trying to make their own, as they say, fresh take on the music video by remaking in their own vision iconic scenes like the fruit face scene, the claymation scene, the ending. To have them do that as best as they could, I thought was an excellent, job well done. But what this also does is, like I said before, in one video, it clarifies, and others have mentioned this too. Some people that have done reaction videos to the original OG Sledgehammer music video, all of them have said the same thing. All of them have said the same thing, and that is the fact that with today's technology, you could do this video, just like that. Well, I wouldn't say just like that, but a lot quicker than what they did originally, because they had to go through, Peter in this case had to go through a grueling schedule just to get this whole process done for this video, the stop motion and all that. He had to go through a grueling 16-hour process, and I don't favor anybody having to do that, but I will respect them. But in today's world, you have the technology to where, as you will see if I can link the video at the end here, basically you have the technology now to essentially, go out there and make a video like that, a lot quicker. Like basically with today's technology, you could utilize half, if not 3/4 of the time that was used originally to make the original music video. And I do apologize for that notification, guys. That's a Facebook Messenger. But anyway, like I said, you have today's technology. Well, you could cut half, if not 3/4 of what they originally did, and before you know it, probably within a day or a day and a half, have the video done. All you have to do basically, and I don't know if it would be more affordable, all you'd have to do is get motion capture. That's it. You just have to get like a motion capture situation going, have the individual that would do the remake sit in a chair, and then just, have, them wearing this motion capture suit where they could draw, like not draw, but kind of indicate where certain things are going to come into play, and that's it. And it doesn't necessarily warrant a 16-hour laying under a glass kind of situation. You know what I'm saying? So to me, and again, I'm not the only one that, feels this way, a remake done of the video today could be done easily with the technology. And if the AI of OpenAI Stable Diffusion isn't an indication of that, I do not know what is. I don't. I mean, I look at that and I'm thinking, this can work. I mean, I even tried it out with Kling recently. I tried out the fruit face scene with Kling, right? Because what I did is I went to, I think, Gemini, the Gemini 2.5 Pro, or one of them. I think it was Gemini. I don't know if it was Gemini or ChatGPT's latest version, one of them. But I went to one of them, and I said, take this scene, because it's the fruit surrounding Peter Gabriel's head before it, engulfs him and does the fruit face part. It's circling around him before it covers his face. I said, make this into a female version, and it gave me a female version. And I'm thinking, okay, cool. So what I did is I went to Kling, and I said, okay, I basically said, okay, engulf her face. And even though it took like well, it actually took one try, but even though it took one to two extensions of that original try, I actually got something suitable. And it kind of reminded me of Elizabeth Cook when she did a fruit face deal for her video Stupid Things. But anyway, I saw that, I'm thinking to myself, okay, now this I can understand. This I can get, this I can, get behind. And even when I said, okay, it breaks apart now, the fruit face breaks apart, because that's what happened to the original. The face, falls apart, falls off, and you can see this big gaping hole. And I'm thinking, okay, that works. So again, I do agree that with today's technology, OpenAI, Kling AI, Pixverse, VIDU AI, Runaway, Luma, Halo U, HILUO, and all that. Basically, with today's technology, and even now Gemini, Gemini with VO2 or VO3, the possibilities are endless. They are tremendously endless of what you can do. They are endless. There's no getting around that. You can deny it all you want, but it is possible now. And I am looking forward to the moment when someone does a music video, paying homage to Sledgehammer, but using the technology of today, of AI, OpenAI, Kling, you name it, Pixverse, you name it, to make their own interpretations of these iconic scenes from this iconic song and video. And I guarantee you, the moment an up-and-coming female artist or established female artist does that, as a lot of people like to say sometimes, it's over. Give them all the awards you want. MTV, AMAs, you name it. Give them all the music awards. Billboard, iHeart, you name it. It's over when this happens. It's over. And there's a lot of up-and-coming and established female names that can make this happen. There's no doubt. But I just wanted to come on here and talk about how basically, as a follow-up to a video I did 2 months ago, about a month ago or so, that basically it's happening, kind of, and we have today's technology to thank for it. We do. We have today's technology to thank for it. But that's all I'm going to really say, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are down below in the comment section. Comment in the live chat if you would like, if you haven't already. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications. Also, click on the links in the description to find my content elsewhere. Outside of YouTube, it would be greatly appreciated if you could help support me in those areas, if you will. But yeah, basically, guys, AI has proven that, if you want to see a remake of what you would consider a very innovative, creative music video that was done during a time where that kind of stuff you wouldn't think would even be possible, but yet it happens. AI has proven, whether you're a fan of it or not, that it can be done, and we have a ton of choices of AI programs that we can utilize in the future to make it happen. But that's all I'm going to say, guys. So until next time, let me know who you think, female artist-wise, established or up-and-coming, you think could do something like this. And until next time, guys, I will talk to y'all later. God bless. Take care.